Yo, what's cracking? Raw and Uncut, back again. This time in the flesh. I've got the hard mics that I'm sporting over there. You know how it is. You know how we do it. It's a hot summer night, and this is how we're gonna crack this off. Donald Trump or Joe Biden? Joe Byron or Donald Trump? Republican or Democrat? Which one do you choose? Does it matter? Does it not matter? Where's your vote gonna go? Should you vote? Should you not vote? Does it even count? Now, when you talk to most people, some people are like, Trump, Trump, Trump. Most people now, to be honest, are like, Donald Trump's the man. I love Trump. Let's go, Trump. I voted for Biden before. I'm not gonna do it again. We're going all in with Trump this time. There's those people, right? Then you got the folks that been rolling with Trump since the beginning, right? The OG Trumpers. And then you got the small percentage of folks that's talking about, oh, Joe Biden, I like his policies and I think he's doing a real good job. I haven't seen a goddamn interview with anyone saying that, but I gotta throw that in there because it's part of the illusion. Now, the illusion is like good old George Carlin said back in the 80s. It's just the illusion that you have the freedom of choice. This is my opinion, okay? You don't have to kill me about it. You don't have to like it. That's the greatest thing about this country that I've always loved, this country of ours, the great old United States of America, is we should be able to be diplomatic and state our opinions and still be on the same playing field and on the same level, energetically and emotionally, respectfully, right? So when you break it down, most people believe that there's a Democrat and there's a Republican right there. They believe that's Donald Trump. They believe that's Joe Biden. They believe either or. They don't care about Robert F. Kennedy. They don't care about independence. They don't care about anything else, right? All they care about is either or of a Democrat or Republican. They think they have choice. In my opinion, it doesn't matter who the president is. Like Tom McDonald and others have said, left wing, right wing, same bird though. There's no difference. It's the same fucking bird. They're only there to give you the illusion of freedom of choice. We don't have a choice, folks. And I believe all these are rigged. All these presidencies are rigged. They're planned out years in advance. They're all related. Now, the way that they go about it now is like some WWE stuff. It's smoke and mirrors. It's just geared to keep dividing people all the way to the end game, till the end moments. They need to do what they need to do, and they need to have it done before they can scatter. And you can't have us going berserk right now. You can't have us going off the shit end of the stick right now, going off the fucking corner of the world. You can't have that happen right now because everything is not fully in place yet. So you have the illusion of the freedom of choice. You have the illusion that your vote counts when you vote for Joe Biden. You have the illusion that your vote counts when you vote for Donald Trump. I believe the votes don't even matter. I believe that they pinpoint who they want years in advance and they know how they're gonna run it down, and they just keep running it down on a script like that. Do I believe Donald Trump is part of the deep state? Do I believe that Joe Biden's part of the deep state? What I believe is one of them is deeper than the other. Clearly, you know who that is. I don't have to point that shit out to you. On the left, shits his pants, pisses in his diapers. But yeah, that's the guy. Now with Trump is just likable though. Trump's likable because he's different. He doesn't seem like an old school politician, right? He's just different. He's more normal. He's more American. He's more in your face, says what he's thinking. He doesn't really do it like a politician. And that's the draw. That's the draw. Not only that, when he was president, we had more money in our pocket, right? Gas was cheaper, right? Food was cheaper. Everything coincides with each other to make it look like we have freedom of choice. My friends, in my estimation, from my experience, and the little bit of research I've done over the last 25 years on my own, We don't have a choice. There is no choice, my people. The American dream, Dusty Rhodes, is here to tell you that it's all a big puppet show, daddy. It's all a big dream, daddy. And you got to be asleep to believe that American dream, baby. See, what I'm saying is, like many have said before, there is no choice. We have no choice. We have no choice at all. We have the illusion. It looks like we do, but if you pay attention to the way things are after said parties come into office, it's always the same and bullshit. It's always the same. Nothing gets fixed. Everything gets worse. At the end of the day, shit ends up worse than when they started. Somehow, in some area. To be honest, I loved it when Trump was president. Things seem different, but is it because it's being conditioned to make me a believer when I'm not? To make me believe that there is freedom of choice when I feel that there isn't anymore? I feel that it's been lost over the last 20 years. I believe since 9/11, a lot of shit has been changed here. We all see it, we all know it, but I believe it's been changed for backdoor reasons, backdoor little Joe reasons. You see, when I was locked up, incarcerated in 1996 for a burglary and an arson that I did not commit, I sat at the table with an OG pimp, and his name was Charles White, and he was from LA, California, but he lived in my hometown of Fresno, California. And he once told me, listen here, Rob, check it out, playboy. When it comes down to it, every bitch is a bitch. And he's talking about women in the game, not every woman. So when he says a bitch, he's referring to a slut, a prostitute. So he said, if one bitch is in there and there's other women hanging out with that same bitch at some point or another, they all the same kind of bitches, and they all will be on the blade. They all will be on the track selling their ass. They can talk the other one into it. They all do what their friends do, because birds of a feather flock together. These guys, they're all billionaires. Are we? Are we rolling in that dough? Who's the ones that have gotten richer since COVID? Just look at that. Just pay attention to that. That will lead you to the sack. That will lead you to the next nut sack that you can jump on and ride on the fuck up out of here. If you don't understand what I'm saying, and if you don't like it, that's fine. You ain't gotta like it. This is just my opinion. I believe it doesn't matter, folks. I believe that whoever's in control, they already got their script and have had it for years, and they're just sticking to the script, so to speak. They're just on their shit. They're playing it out the way they need to play it out. Is Donald Trump a savior? I don't know. I've been looking like what happened to Q? What happened to QAnon? I've been looking for certain things and I don't see it. And I was almost 100% believer of the democratic system. But then when things played out the way they did, I said, nah. I'm sticking to the way I've always felt, which is our votes don't count. It doesn't matter. Just look at Gavin Newsom, how the fuck he in office in California with all this shit he's done. Just look all around the country. You know what I'm saying? Much love to Marjorie Taylor Greene, U.S. Representative out of Georgia. Wow, I love you, girl. I love how you got in the face of Dr. Fauci, Mr. Fauci out there, and you told the truth, and you spoke for all us Americans that feel that way, and you told him how it was, and you stuck it in his face, and you didn't let him get away with it, and you hung his ass out to dry. You stomped the mud hole in him, and you walked it dry, stone cold style, and I love it, and I fuck with it, and I dig it. And I wanted to send a salute out to you. See, it has nothing to do with a party for me, a political party, or red or blue or whatever. Democrat, Republican, Independent, it has nothing to do with that. I'm just a fucking American. And to me, that's what it looks like. It looks like the system's been broken over 20 years ago. And the votes don't matter no more. The votes don't count. That's just my opinion. If you're gonna believe in the deep state, why would they only control some stuff and not everything? How are they only controlling some stuff but not everything? No, if there is a deep state and you believe in it, they're controlling it all. they're not just gonna control some of it. A pimp doesn't go into a room with 6 bitches and only control 3 of them, and he lets the other 3 of them do whatever the fuck they want. He controls all of them, and then he uses them to get more bitches. That's the way it works, and that's how politics works. That's how it works. It's always a fresh face, someone new that can come in and captivate the people and know how to talk like a wrestler and know how to cut a fucking promo in front of a camera. Trump can do that. Biden, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. So they've clearly swayed it all the way into the direction of Mr. Trump. Is it because he's a legit guy? I don't know. Is it because that's the way it's supposed to be? That's the plan? Maybe. Is it legit or not? I don't know. I'm just giving you my opinion. With that being said, yo, like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about it. If you want to continue this conversation, let me know in the comments. And like we always do about this time, we out.